And, well, I always try and encourage people, where do we find examples in Scripture for what we're doing? And we don't really find that in the Bible at all, being instructed to baptize infants. And so, really, baptism is an act of obedience, right? It's a responding to what the Lord has already done in a person's heart. We're recognizing as we go into the water, we're identifying with Christ. As we go under the water in his death and burial, and as we come up out of the water, we're identifying with Christ in his resurrection. And so it's an outward sign of this inward work that has already taken place. So we don't find anything biblical to baptize infants. However, we do believe that children are a gift from the Lord, and that we need his help in how to raise them, how to steward that gift. And so on occasion, we'll dedicate children in our services to the Lord. And then sometimes we'll get that follow-up question, well, why do you dedicate children to the Lord? Well, it's an opportunity to encourage the parents to remain steadfast in the Lord. And it's also an opportunity for us as the congregation to vow that we're going to assist those parents, kind of as spiritual aunts and uncles, if you will, to come alongside them and help encourage them as they raise their children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Now, we do get examples of this in the Bible, both in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. The Old Testament, we'll see here in the story of Hannah. She will bring her son ultimately into the tabernacle to dedicate him unto the Lord. And we see this beautiful picture in the Old Testament of a baby dedication, right? Now, we also get that in the New Testament when Joseph and Mary brings baby Jesus to the temple. And there is Simeon, and then later this gal Anna comes and prays over them. And we recognize that they dedicated Jesus to God. They dedicated him unto the Father. And so we see both in the Old Testament and the New Testament this act of dedicating children. And so we recognize that there is examples of that. So